Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome everybody. How y'all doing today? How y'all feeling today? Take a moment or two, guys, and share. Take a moment or two and invite. Let's get some people plugged in and connected. We are going to get started shortly. We are going to get started shortly. How's everybody feeling today? What city are you meeting us from? Whatever city you're meeting us from, drop it in the chat. I'm gonna take a swig of my cleansing tea that I'll be sharing with you tonight on this taste and talk. Dallas, Texas in the building. Okay. Charlotte in the building. Welcome, welcome. Texas in the building. Detroit, what up, though? ATL, I see you. I see you. South Carolina, wow. Charlotte, I love it. I love it. People are chiming in from all over. So we're going to get started in about 30 seconds, guys. I just want to take a moment or two, and I want you to share this with anyone that you want to see free. Anyone that you want to see free, because we're going to have a conversation tonight about freedom. We are going to have a conversation tonight about freedom. So continue to share, continue to invite. I'm going to go ahead and get started, guys. My name is Laquail, and I'm coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia. And this conversation that we're going to have tonight is going to be about freedom. So if I say something in this conversation that you can relate to, I want you to drop freedom in the comments. Because as I think about my journey over the last 10 years, like right now, currently today, I am in the midst of a huge transition in my life. I've been super busy all day, but what I love is that I have the opportunity to make money. I have the opportunity to help other people, even while I'm doing what I'm doing. Because I remember 10 years ago, I wasn't living life, y'all. Life was living me. I'm going to be honest with you. I was not living life 10 years ago. Life was living me. When I think back on the person that I was in 2015, just going through the motions, not really, I wasn't sad, but I wasn't excited about life. I didn't have things that I was looking forward to. I was just going through the motions. If anybody can relate to going through the motions, let me see them freedoms in the chat. I was literally just going through the motions. And so July 2015, I was 35. I was about to turn 36. And you know, when your birthday's around the corner, you start evaluating your life. You're looking at everything. You're like, oh, I should be further than I am. I want to do this. I want to do that. So I was looking at my life. I was selling fragrance at Macy's. I was standing on my feet 12 years. And I was like, this can't be my future. I'm working with these amazing women that are in their 50s and 60s that have been working here 20 years. And as much as I love them, I don't want to be one of them. I don't want to be one of the ladies standing on my feet 20, 30 years at a department store selling fragrance, dealing with, when you work with customers in person, it's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing. You deal with a lot of personalities, a lot of different things. And I knew that I didn't want that to be my story. And then physically, I started feeling old. I'm like, okay, I'm 35, I'm turning 36, I'm not turning 56. But because I've been standing up for all these years, now my knees are hurting, my back is hurting, my skin is looking crazy. I'm just, I'm like, this can't be it. So I said, okay, Laquel, you got to start taking better care of yourself. You're not in your 20s anymore. You're starting to feel your age coming up on you. You got to take better care of yourself, especially if you're standing on your feet all day. So I started looking for different things. I'm trying to do some research. I connected with a young lady that was a part of a company, and she was sharing with me her supplements, and wasn't really a great experience. I was drinking a detox that she had, and it was nasty, and it cramped my stomach, and it was just, I had a headache. And I'm like, okay, I work in the mall. I can't be in pain. I can't be running to the bathroom. I can't be going through a bunch of changes while I'm trying to feel better. And so when I got a phone call in 2015 from Natalie Nicole, she was someone I met through her dad in the fragrance business. She actually was my hairstylist, and she was younger than me, but I loved her vibe. She was a Howard graduate. She had her own salon. She was traveling the world. She was doing celebrity hair and makeup. She was living life while life was living me. And so when she called me, she said, listen, I found something. We can help some people. We can make some money. I've got to be honest. I didn't even question it. I didn't know what it was. I just said, sign me up. I need something. I'm already looking for something. I don't know what something is, but this sounds like this could be what I'm looking for. And I had to say to myself and then I'm like, what if this is it? What if this is the shift that I really need? I want y'all to drop in the chat, what if? I was saying, what if this is the shift that I need? So I said yes. Don't know, didn't know what I was saying yes to, and I got some orange bottle. Well, actually, back then it was a white bottle to my door, and it was our liquid multivitamin NutriBurst. This was something I already needed because I really wasn't taking vitamins. And so because I was feeling how I was feeling in my body and I'm already saying, okay, I got to take better care of myself. I started taking 1 a day women's and I think I was taking 1 a day energy because I was tired all the time as well. And I really couldn't tell if they were working. I didn't know if how I was supposed to feel. And, I'm not a big morning eater. And so, in order for me to be consistent, I would want to take it in the morning. So, I would probably eat an apple or a piece of bread and take that vitamin, and I would get sick. I would either get really nauseous or I would actually physically get sick because I didn't have enough food. So, then I stopped being consistent. So, this came to my house, and I said, okay, this is a liquid vitamin. It looks like it has all the things in it that I need: vitamin A, C, D, E, thiamine, riboflavin, folate, B12, biotin, calcium. I was like, okay. So I started taking this in the morning. And what blew me away was I didn't get nauseous, I didn't get sick, and I could feel the difference. Like I could physically feel that I was giving my body something good. I was like, oh, I like this. So I'm drinking it in the morning. Then this is the second product I experienced. This is our original cleansing tea. Now I told you guys I had a bad experience with another tea, so I was kind of a little leery, but I said I'll try it. The first thing that I loved about it was that it had no flavor because what I had tried before was very nasty. So this had no flavor. It tasted like water, and I was able to drink a cup before work and a cup before bed. It didn't cramp my stomach. It didn't make me run to the bathroom. But when I tell you, when I had my experience, I could tell my body was being cleaned. I was like, this feels good. I feel lighter. I feel like I have a little more energy now because I guess whatever's going on inside of me needed to come out. And I started feeling better. I was like, okay, I like this. I like, so I'm already like, okay, I'm sold on these two. Now I want you to think about it. If you work or you have a business, whatever it is that you do, whenever you find something that you like, what do? You naturally start telling people, whether it's something you ate, if you went to the movies, whatever it is. So I was telling my coworkers about these products. I didn't know, y'all, that there was people around the world that had a challenge with going to the restroom because that wasn't my challenge. I didn't know that was a thing. We don't have conversations with our friends and coworkers about bathroom habits. That's not something we talk about. We talk about a lot of things, but it's usually not that. So when I started hearing that people weren't going to the restroom, I was like, okay, we might be onto something. When I tell you, I took this product, NRG, I looked at it, it says, okay, this is going to give me, it says electrify your day. I'm like, well, I need some energy because I have to have energy to sell these fragrances. I have to have energy to stand up physically for 8 to 10 hours, 12 hours during the holidays. I needed to be in a space where I'm like, hey, how you doing? You want to smell a nice fragrance? Let me help you. Oh, I got something great. I had to be, that girl. So I was taking this for the energy. And it blew me away because not only did I have the energy, but I was in a better mood. So now when if I would walk up to somebody and say, hey, can I show you a nice fragrance? Or they would cut me off before I even finished my spiel, like, oh no, I'm not interested. Or if I spoke to them and they looked at me and act like I didn't speak to them and just walk by and I used to get a little attitude inside, I stopped getting attitudes. I was like, oh. So when I was having a rough day, I knew if I took my NRG, it's going to give me energy, but it's also going to make me happier. And I'm like, how is this doing that? 5-HTP sends happy signals to your brain. Not only that, it makes you focus. So now when I know what my goal is for the day of how many fragrances I needed to sell, now I'm locked in. I'm energetic, I'm happy, and I'm locked in. Now, I don't know about you, but that's the trifecta we all need: energy, happy, and locked in on whatever it is that we got going on. And so I was like, okay, this is amazing. Now, I've never seen any of these products before. I don't know where they came from. What did I sign up for? Jack Fallon started this company in 2000. Um, 1999. I'm talking 2000. 1999 in his basement with NutriBurst. I had never heard of it. Never saw, I wasn't big on social media. I was like most people. I would look, but I wouldn't posting. I would scroll here and there, but I wasn't like active. So I had never heard of the company, never heard of Total Life Changes, never heard of the CEO Jack Fallon. And then I heard his story. He worked at Ford Motor Plant. He was an average person like me. He had a job. He wanted more for his life, just like I did. And he took a chance and he bet on himself. When I said yes 10 years ago, guess what I did? I took a chance and I bet on myself. That was a big deal. So I was like, okay, I can relate to this. He's a working class man. I was a working lady. I love this. And what I love about Jack Fallon is this is what I showed you is where I started. The original tea, the NRG, the NutriBurst. And back then, the NutriBurst was in a bottle. We didn't even have these handy pouches that you can take on the go. So now we got options. We didn't have, I'm like, I love this tea, but it takes about 4 to 8 hours for me to even prepare my gallon for the week for me to consume. What if I go out of town? I don't want to take the tea bags to the hotel and try to make it in the coffee pot. What am I going to do? Now we have instant versions. I believe this one is still 50% off. This is the original instant of the one that with no flavor. We have tropical punch, we have watermelon, and we have lemonade. So now we have flavors. And when I tell you these are all good individually, and then if you want to mix and match, like I do sometimes, I might want to taste a little Starburst, and I'll mix the lemonade and the tropical punch. Or I might mix the watermelon and the tropical punch and make me feel like I'm on the island. So I love these amazing products. Not only do they make me feel good, but they made me look better. My skin cleared up. I look like a chocolate chip cookie, y'all. I had all kind of dots all over my face. I have on no makeup. Zoom ain't got no filters. I have on nothing. And I'm 46 and I was 35 back then. I didn't know NutriBurst had collagen and biotin that was also going to help with my skin. I didn't know that I was going to, because I was, eliminating things that were in my body that I didn't need. I didn't know how good I was going to feel. I didn't know that my energy was going to change. So I was excited. And so I said to myself, I said, okay, I said, this might be exactly what I'm looking for. I need to take this more seriously. This is a way for me to not only help myself, but I got to tell other people, because what if Natalie didn't call me? I would never know. So I want to share this with everybody. And guys, I showed you the products that I started with. We also have an amazing mushroom coffee called Delgada that is amazing. Look, this has made me a coffee drinker, and I wasn't even really a coffee drinker. I put it in my protein smoothies in the morning. Chef's kiss. It's like having a little chocolate with my smoothie, okay? I love the Delgada coffee. Guys, when I tell you these products are amazing, we have a new product called Control that suppresses your appetite. I literally had I had a little salad earlier today and I had a smoothie, and it's 8:15 and I'm still going strong because my appetite is suppressed because of that control. It's helping me take control of my cravings. I used to be the person that would eat late at night. I have no appetite. And so, if you know that you want to feel better, if you want more energy, if you want to see a difference in your body and how you feel, I want you to get back with the person that invited you and get the products that you need based on your goals. But if you want to know how you could do this as a business, because I knew, like I said at the beginning, I didn't want to be one of those women in my 50s and 60s still working at Macy's. So I said to myself, if this is an opportunity that can take me away from this job, because I have a college degree, and I guarantee you, every time I was looking for work, I could never find work in my field because all of my work experience was in retail. And in my mind, I don't want to leave one retail job to go to another. I'll just stay here. And so when I made a decision and I locked in, guys, in 2019, I was able to give Macy's their job back. I've been able to earn $2.5 million in this amazing company. Y'all, I sprayed fragrance at Macy's. I need y'all to hear me clear. There's somebody right now, last time, if you've been to a mall, there's somebody that handed you something and said, hey, smell this, or I've got a new fragrance, come check it out. The holidays is right around the corner. Some of y'all are going to be at those counters buying perfume and cologne for your significant other. Those people that work around the counter, that was me. I became a 7-figure earner in a company from spraying fragrance at Macy's. That blew my mind. I paid off $70,000 in student loans, y'all. for a degree that is in my closet that I don't even use. But I've been able to do some amazing things because I made a decision 10 years ago to bet on myself. And I'm sharing that with you guys because right now I'm in such a big life transition. And when I thought about how grateful I am for this company, because it gave me something that I didn't have, it gave me the courage, it gave me the confidence to make big decisions for my life. So now I can stand before you and say, life is no longer living me, I'm living life. And I was 35 when I started this journey. And so if you know that you want freedom, freedom in your time, freedom in your life, freedom in your health, freedom in your body, and you want some financial freedom too, I want you to put on your business hat. Because once you decide, not only are you going to consume these products because you want to put your health first. I don't know if you guys saw, but we just lost a major icon in the music industry, D'Angelo. 51 years young. Y'all, I'm 46. Okay. 51 years young. Our health is our wealth. May his legacy live on. But guess what? Those records, the money, nothing can replace good health. And so if you know that you want to make an impact in this world, because y'all, when I was selling fragrance, I wasn't making an impact. But every time I'm able to share these amazing products, every time I'm able to see someone that I'm connected to that's on my team make extra income and impact their lives, I'm making impact. I have the privilege and honor to work with amazing women like Vina and her husband. I have the amazing privilege and honor to work with some amazing people like Sonia, like Cheryl, like Antonique, people that I probably would have never met if it wasn't for this opportunity. You know who I was meeting when I was working in fragrance? Other people that was just, life was just living and they weren't living life. Now I operate on purpose every single day. And so once you decide that not only do you want to consume these products, but you want to make an impact, you're going to select the products that you desire for your own goals, whatever it is. Maybe you just need more energy. Maybe you know you don't take vitamins and you need a liquid vitamin. Maybe you know you need the cleanse. Maybe you know you need all of the above. Select whatever products you need based on your personal health goal. When you add $20, now you have access to a global business. You have a website powered through Shopify. All of the products that we sell are on that website. So now when you share with people your experience and the things that you love, they can go on that website. They can click that link. They can order their product and the company is going to ship it to them. And you're going to make a commission every single time. Quick story. I was at an event in Vegas a few years ago and I met a young lady that lives in Switzerland. And we started following each other on social media. I was at an event where I wasn't able to actively share my products. They had a very strict rule, because for different reasons that we couldn't share what we were doing business wise. And so I respected the rules, but I'm a businesswoman. So I said, okay, if they follow me on social, they're going to see what's up. So I connected with her. We followed each other on social. Because I love this tea and I'm telling people about it, she sees the tea. She said, oh my God, I need that. I have such bad challenges going to the restroom. She said, I'm having to, I do all kinds of exercises and all these things just to go to the restroom every day, and I hate it. Guys, can I tell you, I gave her my website link. She ordered that tea. Our company shipped it to Switzerland, and I made my commission just from me sharing something that worked for me. And so every time you sell a product, you make 50%. So every product that we talked about in a month's supply, you're going to make $20 every single time. That's the first way we get paid as retail. And you have the option if you want to get paid daily or if you want to get paid weekly. That's up to you. Some of you may be accustomed to making money on a daily basis. Maybe you work in a service industry or the beauty industry. You might drive Uber or DoorDash or Instacart for that extra money on a daily basis. Now we have daily pay in retail. The second way we get paid is when you give someone the opportunity to join you in business, the same way Natalie gave me the opportunity. And whatever products that person invests in when they start their business with you, you're going to make that same commission. The third way we get paid is how you earn passive income. The income that I've been able to earn today while I've been running around, taking care of my business, doing the things that I need to do, I've been able to earn income passively. See, when I was at Macy's, I would have to take off work if I had business to tend to. And when I took off work, I stopped my money. I couldn't make money if I wasn't physically in the store showing someone a fragrance. I couldn't go to the restaurant next door and someone say, "Oh, you smell nice." And I would say, "Oh, thank you. This is what I'm wearing." And then be able to sell a fragrance. That's not how it worked. I had to physically be there for me to make my money. So when I had a bunch of things going on and I had to take off of work, my money stopped. That's not the case here. That's real freedom. And so, guys, I encourage you to get back with the person that invited you. Thank them for bringing you on. And before I go, I want you to drop what's your favorite product and any results that you've had using these amazing products. Because I want y'all to know, because I'm sure there's some guests on here that it's not just me and it's not just the person that invited you that loves these products. So I want you to drop in the comments, what is your favorite product and why? I'm going to be honest with y'all. NRG is still one of my favorite products. Of course, I'm not at Macy's anymore. But it still gives me the energy that I need to go to the gym in the morning. Those happy signals when you're in a life transition and sometimes you don't have the best days or you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, that NRG still keeps me going. Look at these amazing testimonies. Control dropped 5 in a week. Delgado and the Instant Tea lost 26 pounds. The teas and Nutriburst 48 pounds. All of them. I lost 12 pounds and it shows. That's amazing. 30 pounds, 56 pounds. Guys, listen, the company's not called Total Life Changes for no reason. You literally can come over here and totally change your life. So I encourage you to get back with the person that invited you. Continue to look at these amazing testimonies. Get back with the person that invited you. Thank them for bringing you this opportunity. This same time tomorrow, there's going to be someone else that's going to be sharing their story. I encourage everyone on here to invite more people to come tomorrow to hear that story. So, guys, I love each and every one of you. Thank you guys for joining me tonight to have a conversation so we can talk about how we all can have a total life change. Have a good night, everybody.